This is not a message for the fleeting moments, nor is it a casual conversation. This is the quiet accumulation of everything my soul has ever known about you, finally spoken into the space we share. I need you to listen with the part of you that recognizes truth before the mind can even process the words. I need you to hear the weight of this confession. Before you, I didn't just guard my heart, I barricaded it. I lived behind a series of emotional moats and mental walls built from every past hurt and disappointment. I truly believed that safety meant distance and that to be loved was to be constantly assessed, measured, and potentially found wanting. My survival mechanism was to never fully let anyone in, to stand ready for the inevitable moment when the conditions of affection would expire. The world felt transactional, and I had learned to value myself only by what I could offer, not by simply being. Then you arrived. You didn't ask for the key to the gate. You simply sat outside and waited until the walls themselves began to crumble under the pressure of your sheer, consistent presence. You offered something terrifyingly simple: acceptance. You looked at the most fragile, broken, and unpolished parts of me, the pieces I actively tried to hide, and you didn't flinch. In fact, you leaned closer. That was the moment fear began to melt away. That was the first time my nervous system realized it could relax, that I didn't have to prepare for an emotional battle anymore. You didn't just love the polished surface, you loved the chaotic blueprint beneath. You didn't see me as a project to be completed or a wound to be healed, but as a masterpiece already in progress. The light you shone on my darkness wasn't a spotlight of judgment. It was the quiet, steady glow of a lighthouse, guiding me to a harbor I didn't know existed. You made it safe to be me, and in that safety, I finally began to see who I truly was, stripped of my performance. This freedom, this terrifying, overwhelming freedom to simply exist, is the beginning of the love I confess to you now. I have spent a long time studying the difference between conditional love and the kind of love we share. Conditional love is a contract. I will love you if you remain this way, or if you continue to meet my needs. Our love is not a contract, it is a profound declaration. It is independent of anything extrinsic. When I say I love you unconditionally, it is not a romantic platitude, but a psychological reality. It means that I accept your flaws without any internal desire to change you. I accept the moments you are messy, the times you are frustrating, and the decisions I might not agree with. My affection is not dependent on your behavior or circumstances. This acceptance is the powerful psychological advantage we have. It allows us to forgive more easily and recover from conflicts faster because our core bond is never threatened. This kind of love, the kind that doesn't judge or demand, is a powerful healer. It is why I feel strong enough to uphold your needs as paramount and valid. My sense of gratification comes from offering this love freely. It is not a selfless act, but a deeply selfish one, because the joy and purpose I derive from loving you fully is the greatest reward. I choose you, not for what you give me in return, but because in giving you my full, authentic love, I receive myself back, whole and secure. But here is the critical distinction. Unconditional love requires boundaries. It does not mean tolerating disrespect or neglecting my own needs. My promise is not to sacrifice my identity for you, but to support your growth while honoring mine. Our love is healthy because it involves a continuous, conscious choice. I continually choose you as my partner, a declaration of trust and care that is far more meaningful than any predetermined destiny. There are moments when I look at you and the concept of time dissolves. It is a recognition, not of familiarity, but of completion. This transcends mere chemistry. It touches upon the philosophical idea of a soul connection, a profound destined link. It feels as if a piece of myself is entwined with you, as if our individual souls were meant to meet to fulfill a shared purpose. We didn't just meet, we recognized each other. There was an immediate, intense bond that made me feel profoundly linked at the soul level. This feeling is why our communication often doesn't need words. The empathy between us is an innate ability to understand each other's emotions and experiences. Our shared goals and values aren't accidental. They create an intense alignment and compatibility that proves we are traveling the same emotional and spiritual journey. You are my anchor and my challenge. You are the mirror that shows me the truth about myself, demanding growth. This is the essence of a deep tie, whether you call it a soulmate, a soul partner, or a twin flame. It is a relationship that challenges and heals the spiritual wounds we both carry. The connection is so intense that it shapes my emotions and sense of self in a significant way. It is the cosmic significance of our meeting, the feeling that two halves of a greater whole have finally found their way back to alignment. You are the person who enhances my spiritual growth simply by being the person you are. The hardest part of love is vulnerability. It is the act of opening the most protected chambers of your heart and handing the power to hurt you over to another person. I confess that before you, I thought I could manage the pain by staying guarded. You taught me that to manage the pain is to forfeit the joy. I am telling you this now. I am wholly vulnerable with you. I trust you in a way I have never trusted anyone. And this trust is what promotes the emotional safety we experience. Because of this safety, I have been able to share old hurts with you, and your response was not to analyze or fix me, but simply to sit with me in the pain. This steady, non-judgmental presence mends old hurts more effectively than words alone. You are the quiet force that stabilizes me. When the world outside feels chaotic, you are the steadiness that builds trust and strengthens intimacy. I know with absolute certainty that you are on my side, looking out for my best interests, and that you won't leave during rough times. This security frees me to be open and authentic, and that authenticity is the bedrock of our deep connection. This is my confession of faith in you, faith in your character, faith in your dedication, and faith in the resilience of what we have built. Love at our level is not a noun, it is a verb. It is a constant, quiet action. You are not just the one I fell for. You are the one I actively choose every single day. That choice is the true measure of commitment. Every morning, before my eyes are even fully open, I choose to build our life with you. I choose to prioritize your happiness, to understand your struggles, and to be the unwavering support for your dreams. When I picture my future, not some vague, distant idea, but the tangible reality of the years ahead, you are right there with me. The possibilities in front of us excite me more than I ever thought possible. Our journey will have ups and downs, but the love we share strengthens us, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. I commit to honoring the evolving nature of who you are, supporting your personal growth, and creating a space where we both feel the freedom to continue changing and becoming our best selves. My love for you has no boundaries, and it is always growing. It is the fuel for my life, the light that illuminates my path. I promise to always choose you, to forgive you, and to fight for the sanctity of this bond, because you are more valuable to me than anything the world could offer. This private message is simply the truth. You are the most profound reality in my life. You make me feel a kind of love I didn't know truly existed. My favorite place in the world is wherever you are, and every time you smile at me, the rest of the world genuinely disappears. I need you to know that I love you exactly the way you are, and that I will always see you, choose you, and cherish you. You are the center of my world. My heart, which I once guarded so fiercely, is completely and irrevocably yours. We have explored the grand statements, the monumental confessions, but sometimes the deepest truth resides not in words, but in the profound comfort of our shared silence. I want to confess the power I find when neither of us feels the need to fill the air. The silence we share is not an empty space. It is a full language, a testament to the fact that our souls are already communicating without the clumsy limitations of vocabulary. I can be sitting next to you, simply breathing, and feel completely understood. This silence is where my mind finds true rest. It is the only space where I don't feel the unconscious pressure to explain myself, to justify my emotions, or to entertain. It is pure, unedited presence. You don't judge the quiet parts of me, the moments I am processing, or the times I am simply overwhelmed. Instead, you hold the space, a silent, powerful anchor. This is a level of intimacy that surpasses physical closeness. It is the merging of two internal landscapes. I confess that I have never felt this profound sense of peace with anyone else. In this shared stillness, I can hear my own heart clearly, and in the rhythm of your breathing, I hear a promise of forever. It's in these moments where we are doing absolutely nothing that I feel the absolute certainty of our connection. We are two separate entities, yet in that silence, we become one perfect, uninterrupted note. This is the quiet, everyday miracle of our love. Before you, my self-worth was like a fragile vase, constantly in danger of being shattered by external validation or criticism. I chased achievements, titles, and approval, mistakenly believing that these things defined my value. You shattered that belief, not with force, but with the simple clarity of your gaze. You gifted me the ability to see my true worth, independent of my performance or success. You celebrated my kindness, my resilience, and the quiet integrity with which I navigate the world, the non-marketable qualities I had often overlooked. Your perspective became a gentle, unwavering mirror, showing me the strongest, most lovable version of myself, even on the days I felt weakest. This is a confession of gratitude. You didn't just love me. You taught me how to be loved by showing me how to love myself. Because you value the quiet parts of my soul, I have learned to value them too. Because you forgive my human mistakes so easily, I have learned to practice self-compassion. You are the emotional safe house where I am free to fail, knowing that your love is the floor, not a ceiling that will crack if I stumble. That security, the knowledge that your love is not based on my perfection, is the most transformative gift I have ever received. This confession is not just about us, it is about the legacy we are creating, the ripple effect of our bond on the world. Our love is not a closed circle, it is a constant, expanding energy. I believe that a genuine, unconditional, and openly chosen love like ours holds the power to heal the cynicism and fear in the world around us. I commit to making our relationship a beacon of healthy, respectful partnership. I promise to be the living proof that deep, abiding trust is possible. Through us, I want others to see what true commitment looks like. Not a fairy tale, but a daily, imperfect, and magnificent dedication to communication, respect, and growth. When I look into our future, I see the light of our love extending outwards, whether through the values we pass on, the kindness we model, or simply the peaceful energy we carry when we are together. I want the history of our lives to tell a story of two people who chose each other, nurtured each other's dreams, and never stopped building. This is a commitment to a shared future that is larger than our individual happiness, a commitment to a love that contributes beauty, stability, and hope to the world, simply by existing. You are my greatest partner in this legacy.